that madness. Oh, good. My windows are all messed up now because of that. I had this all set up the way I wanted it.
Rip.
Rip, indeed. I had this all set up the way I liked it, and then it decided to take a crap. Okie dokie, let's get to work. That is not what I meant to click on. What's up, everybody? Alright, let's load this up. Are my save states still good? Okay. Alright, we're just gonna get that going while we work on other things.
Yep.
See if that can't get us some valuable information. I would turn the sound on in-game, but it would sound really bad. Like, it would just be making weird skipping noises, so we're not going to do that. And yeah, expect the follower notification to basically be permanently in the middle of the screen, because since yesterday, alright, we started stream yesterday with like 70 followers, okay? And the current follower count is over 600. So my phone has been exploding for the last, 12 hours. With all the follower notifications. Oh, this shirt. Yeah, my wife sent me this shirt. It's fitting for when people ask for the release date, I guess. Oh, the chat is talking about the t-shirt I'm wearing. It says, nope, not today. Okay, anyways. Melon has requested that I fix a thing, so I'm gonna go fix that thing. Let's see. Alright, so to give you guys an idea of what the hell is happening on screen right now. So, basically, I've wrote a little script to help us with bosses. What it does is it's going through Ganon's instance. It's going word by word, a word being 4 bytes in this case, not like an actual word. Anyways, so it goes through his instance word by word and is trying to figure out, by process of elimination, what bytes are actually important for his death cutscene to actually play properly. What it's looking for is this particular frame, where he's sitting there panting and the text box is up and that A button icon is on the text box. If we don't get that, then it knows that that is junk. Stuff like the hooks for actors and the C button updater are part of the mod loader. Yes. The mod loader handles general memory reading, actor hooks, let's see what else. Injecting things into the game. So if you want to inject your own hooks, the mod loader will help you out with that. Let's see what else. What else can it do that is pertinent? It can do pretty much anything Node can do. So if you're familiar with Node, pretty much anything you can do in Node, the mod loader can let you do within reason. Like some things, obviously, it won't let you do because that would be bad. But in general, like network communications, memory reading, actor stuff, injecting new code into the game. Or you can even, if someone really wanted to, they could intercept data from another mod. So you could intercept data from OOT Online and, change something if you really had the need. The reason we're doing Ganon right now is because Ganon is the single boss that, if he does not die properly for all players that are in the room, you are effectively soft-locked, because you cannot progress to the next stage of the fight unless Ganon plays the cutscene. Which is why we are trying to figure out his cutscene triggers. So yesterday, we figured out the cutscene triggers and stuff for Goma, or rather, we didn't figure them out. Melon had already figured them out. We just sort of refined the process. And after stream, I got the same thing to work on King Dodongo. For those who are in Hyrule modding, you've seen the gif of that, where I got that working. And now we're going to do it on Ganondorf. I tried doing it on Barnade in Jabu Jabu, and oh my lord. I described it as, if Ocarina of Time had cancer, it would be Barnade. Or Baronade, yeah. That Jabu Jabu is just a mess in general. Just, ugh. I hate everything about that dungeon from a programming perspective. So what Melon wanted me to do was fixing... When you gain an upgrade, you should also gain the ammo associated with it. So let's locate that in the code and do some work. Let's see, where did I put that? Here we go. Alright. What exactly is happening at the moment? So on screen there is, you can see my script console. There is a script running that I wrote today that it's going through Ganondorf's instance, basically like that version of Ganondorf that's on the screen. It's going through his data, and it's trying to figure out exactly what parts of the inside of that are relevant to the cutscene.
Hi.
Anything that is irrelevant to the cutscene is being eliminated, like one word at a time. So what's probably going to happen is that as this plays through and goes through different iterations, eventually the cutscene is going to break. And once we start seeing the cutscene break, then we know we're into the right area.
Okay. How long have you guys been streaming? I just woke up.
Like 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I was just sleeping a lot because I didn't want to be tired by the time we did stream. But...
It doesn't necessarily have to go through 118 times. You'll notice the iteration number goes down as the current iteration goes up. It's because it's eliminating bytes. Like, we eliminate certain things, like we want to eliminate any active pointers that are in the instance, because we don't want to sync those. You cannot sync a pointer directly. That's bad in most cases. Well, basically, it'll end as soon as it runs out of words to read. What is a pointer? A pointer is a memory address that is stored in RAM. So basically, if you jump to a pointer, it means you're reading one memory address to learn the location of another one. So for instance, in Ganon's instance, there are pointers that lead to different things, like his behavior, like what attack he should be doing, and stuff like that. Oh, The cutscene did something very weird there. He, like, swung his arm when he wasn't supposed to. That was interesting. Is it going to do it again? Oh, yeah, he did it again. Okay. Yep, the cutscene is starting to glitch out, so we're starting to get into the right location of RAM. You know, I got a message from him, actually, Dope, and I was going to reply to it. Rather, I was going to forward it to Melon to reply to it, but I forgot before stream, actually, because I got distracted. He did message me first, and I was going to forward the message to Melon, but then it completely slipped my mind. Basically, what I'm looking for is we're looking for this cutscene to stop working. When the cutscene stops working, then we're in the right place. Basically, if the cutscene no longer makes it to this text box with Ganon in the right position, then we're in the right place. Or rather, the byte or the word directly above where we stopped is the right place. So eventually, this cutscene is going to completely stop working. I don't know how far it's going to have to go. Basically, it'll mean it doesn't necessarily mean I found something that needs syncing. It means that we have found a relevant byte or a relevant word to the cutscene. Basically, what we're doing is we're going from the very top of Ganon's instance, and we're working our way down, word by word by word by word. And once the cutscene breaks, we're going to restart that process, but we're going to go to the bottom and work our way up and start heading towards that spot where the cutscene broke. And we're looking for a break on both ends, right? So that means that the stuff in the middle is the relevant information for the cutscene. Because it all tends to, in my experience with the other bosses, the information about the cutscene tends to be bundled together, like in one section of words.
Shit. I cannot even find something in Baronade.
I don't think it's in Baronade, because here's what I did, Melon, last night. So I took Baronade, right? I took a version of Baronade that was first frame of dying, right? And I copied every single instance of Baronade, all of Baronade's pieces at that exact point, into a fresh copy of Baronade in another save state, and it didn't do shit. So I don't think the activation for the death is stored in Baronade. I think it's stored somewhere else. You might want to check the current scene flags.
I wonder if Glenn could implement like a kill actor function where you can like kill an actor.
I don't know if actors have like a thing to enter their I mean, I guess they have to, right? There has to be some sort of entry point for do all the things that make you die.
Yeah.
It has to exist.
I'll think blank about it.
Well, I have a question. What about Rudo? Isn't she connected to the boss?
Her actor isn't. No, her actor doesn't even exist in the boss room.
Hmm.
The Rudo that you see in the boss room when you get the blue warp, that's actually part of the blue warp actor. It's not actually Rudo.
Oh, okay.
It's a variable in the blue warp actor. If you spawn a blue warp with the correct variable, you'll end up with one that has Rudo on it.
Okay. Well, the more you know.
Yep.
Let me find my glasses. I can't see. There we go.
So basically, once this program finishes what it's doing, once this program finishes exactly what it's doing, we should be able to narrow it down, and then we'll start manually looking at Ganon for the rest of it. We'll manually look at what's left, and that will give us a better idea of what to do. Now keep in mind, this only works on bosses where the cutscene is manipulatable within the actual actor itself. Oh, the cutscene is totally borked. What is going on here? That's great. The cutscene is just like. Ganon is having a stroke, guys. Oh, now he's. Wait, I need to move this. He's like a crumpled pile.
Oh. Oh, L pose.
Yep, I think it broke his animation. Just a crumpled pile on the floor.
Yeah,
Ganondorf eating. Oh, shit. Oh, now it broke in a different way. That crumpled pile, it's called an L pose. It's like T posing, but with an L. The actors in Ocarina of Time do an L pose instead of a T pose. For what reason, I have no idea. But that's just the way that the game handles models. Okay, this seems to be sufficiently busted. Angry T-pose.
God, I think I'm gonna have to add a self-assigned role for No, that'd be kind of counterproductive.
Would it ruin the
There's
point?
Yeah, because there's so many people joining, which makes it really hard for us to manually add everyone. But at the same time, it keeps people out. That, but I
Well,
mean, at that point,
had I known that, I was talking to CDI about this yesterday. That like, if I had known everything was gonna blow up like that, I would have prepared. Like we could have prepared something,
mhm.
to handle it. But then suddenly Kotaku article and everything kind of
yeah.
exploded.
Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll just make an auto assign role. So people who really do want to figure that out, I'll be like, okay, go here.
Look at the stream.
Hmm?
It's perfect.
What, Ganon?
The follow head, the follower
Oh, the
notification was
follower head
like,
was perfectly on top of Ganon's head.
Yeah.
Lol. Yeah, there have been several articles because Kotaku posted one, and so naturally every other.
Should have kept it quiet. Yeah, well.
well, it shouldn't. I don't think it's too bad to keep it like public.
They
But
didn't shut down SM64 online when I made it, so
And
why
in
would they
terms
shut
of
down this?
in terms of actual the way we do things, we're more kosher than randomizer is.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fine. At least I hope it'll be fine. We'll see.
Yeah, if it's not fine, then rip. We'll make games instead.
We'll make games instead. Okay, so let me look at this ammo thing. What we're gonna need to do is make a... Oops, that's not right. Wait a minute. There we go. That's right. Okay, so for upgrades in general, we need... Let's see, that holds 30... Thanks for the host, guys. Thanks for all the follows and all that. There's so many of them that the follower notification doesn't keep up most of the time. Oh, there we go. We got the link head on top of Ganon again.
Yep.
What did you miss? Not much, Jay. The cutscene has completely busted itself, so we're in the right place now for that. Okay, let me get back to work here. Let's see. So for Deku Seeds... Oh wait, okay, that one will never actually happen. Let's see, it goes 30, 40, 50. 2 and 3, so that's 30, 40, and 50. Yep, it'll eventually make it to pass 2 and start doing that.
Like ballpark on a release date, seconds.
In seconds.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Yeah, I think I can make this iteration count a lot less, because I think it's basically repeating the same test over and over again now. That's alright, we'll just let it roll for now. We'll let it roll for a minute, because I'm working on other stuff. Let's see. That also goes 30, 40, 50. We're trying to work on 2 different things at the same time here. 30, 40,
I need to
50.
check the website. I never checked Hylian modding in a very long time.
He hasn't checked the actual website.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the blog is mostly dead because I get tired of writing them, more or less.
Yeah, it's just there's so much like small things that happens.
Well, and for a while there wasn't any like major things going on, so it's just like, yeah, I don't want to, keep writing these blogs that don't really say anything. I'm just looking for, reasons to write them. It's like, or people could just, follow the chat. Okay, let's see. That's bombs, that's strength, scale. Okay, I think Deku Seeds, Quiver, and Bombs. It's the only ones that give you ammo, right? I don't think there's anything else. Right side? Did I miss anything? Or no, Deku Nuts. Deku Nuts give you stuff. Where is Deku Nuts in this list? Oh, and Deku Sticks. Deku Sticks give you sticks.
Cat's the cat. Oh my god, that's such a great notification over Ganon's head.
How close do we think we are to completing it? I mean, depends on what you mean by completion, honestly. If you mean completion as in everything is perfect, it's got a ways to go, because there are a lot of moving parts in this game, and obviously this game was not designed for this, so we're having to work around a lot of stuff to make this work. It's a very... What we're making here is just a really complicated illusion. Like, it is co-op, but at the same time, the game has no idea what you're doing. Like, the game has to remain ignorant to what we're doing, so it doesn't crash. Because the game is not designed for this kind of thing. In terms of, like, if, like, a buggy gameplay kind of thing, like, my goal right now, before it is released to anybody, my goal is that I want it to be able to be played through start to finish, like new save game to beating Ganon, without getting stuck. Like, you should not get soft locked in a way that you can't get out of. Like, getting stuck and needing to save warp like in a boss room, that's okay, but I'd rather not. But not getting stuck, not having any major game-breaking problems like regression, losing an item, that sort of thing, which I don't think we have those kind of problems anymore, but... And no major issues with our puppet implementation, which there are no real huge... I mean, there are some... There are a couple minor issues with it, but there are some things that I would like to see fixed before release, like Link being massively loud no matter where he is. That's kind of annoying. And I need to actually enable it to allow more than 4 players, because right now it arbitrarily limits itself to 4 players. Just in a testing environment. Is it going to work with randos? Yes, it does work with randos. I could boot a rando right now and it would work fine. Does OT even do 3D audio? I don't think it does. I think it's more based on just like distance from the camera. I'm hoping we can do a distance from the camera thing, but if not, then I'll just limit the sounds to like in the room, and then it'll be done. What am I working on right now? I'm running a script that I wrote this morning that is basically digging around in Ganon's head and trying to figure out how to make him trigger the cutscene. Ganon is currently stuck in the floor because he's bad at triggering cutscenes. He'll get unstuck from the floor once the program figures out how to get him unstuck. It's learning. It's basically going through Ganon and learning things, so just give it time to learn and figure it out. It will eventually unstick him from the floor, once it figures out how to unstick him from the floor. And then once the program figures all that out, we can take that data and... I think that this is this is at 400% speed, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, speed... Oh, no, it's not. Oops. Let me turn that up. I thought it was at 400. Turn it up to 400%. Yeah, the reason it waits so long is it's looking for that text box, but the text box obviously doesn't exist when the cutscene breaks, so... But it gives the game a little bit of time to actually render that text box. Alright, so that's just going to keep on plugging away. While that's working, I'm actually working in the background. It's not on stream because I have yet to figure out how to get VS Code to show up on OBS. If anybody knows how to do that, I'd appreciate knowing because I have no idea. It just shows up as a big black box when I do it. Otherwise, I would show you guys exactly what I'm actually doing. Let's see, Deku sticks. There are multiple Deku stick upgrades, right? Right, aren't there 2? Sai? Doesn't it go like 20, 30, 40?
Yeah.
Did we leave out one of the Deku stick upgrades from this list? I think we might have. Let me look. Yeah, we're missing a Deku stick upgrade from this list. Oops. Deku stick upgrade 3 holds 4. Oh, 10, 20, 30. Okay, is one of these labeled incorrectly then? Wait a minute. These are labeled wrong, I think. 10, 20, 30. Where did that... Let's see, that's saving in... Oop, not that. Let's see. Test folder, Ganon... Alright. Yep, it's working on figuring out Ganon, so... We're in pass 2, so Ganon's no longer stuck in the floor. Eventually, Ganon is either going to end up stuck in the floor again, or Ganon's not going to enter the cutscene at all. One of those two things is going to occur. Okay, so it goes 10, 20, 30. So let's see. That's going to be 20 and 30. I'm sad that the because he's not stuck in the floor, that follower notification isn't perfectly aligned anymore with his face. And yeah, here I'll just give you an idea of what this sounds like, right? I'll turn the sound on for a second. See, that is why we have the sound disabled. Because I don't want to listen to that for several hundred iterations. Yeah, I definitely don't want to listen to that for hundreds and hundreds of spins, so let's not do that. Okay, let me make sure this isn't messed up for Deku Nut upgrade. Yeah, I think it's messed up on Deku Nuts too. How did we not notice that before? I guess we've never actually went and got the upgrades. Deku Nuts go 20, 30, 40, right?
Someone said 10, 20, 30.
I think no, that's for sticks. Sticks go 10.
Oh, nuts. Sorry.
I think nuts go 20, 30, 40. Yeah, 20, 30, 40. That's what I thought. Yeah, apparently we just labeled some of this wrong, but that's alright. That's not a huge fix. Alright. So Deku Nuts for, let's see, that'd be 20, and this is 30, 40. So Sticks, Nuts, and then Bomb Chews, but Bomb Chews aren't actually in this section, so I'm going to have to do that somewhere else. Oh, the Deku Stick upgrades and stuff? Yeah, I usually, if it's like a vanilla game, I don't usually bother, but in Rando, absolutely. In Rando, like, the Deku Stick upgrades are great, because you usually don't have Kokiri Sword, and it's a total pain in the ass to play if you don't have that. Okay, so let's see here. That's this. Okay, that's that. Look that up. Okay, so the packet ID for that is... God, this file is kind of huge. Gotta scroll to the top. Alright. Oh god, not getting Zelda's Lullaby. Back in Rando, like 2.0, I had several seeds in a row where I didn't get Zelda's Lullaby until, like, Spirit Temple. And like, the Spirit Temple song was, like, the last song I got that wasn't,
No one's speaking.
Melon, why are you spamming my chat?
God.
What's going
Oh, it's another video.
Yeah, by Austin John Plays.
Yeah, he messaged me earlier, and I totally spaced on actually replying to him. Because I forget about things fairly often. Ask Melon. Melon tells me things all the time, and then I'm like, what? You told me that? Did you pin it? Because I don't remember that. Yeah, Melon is here spamming. I actually, honestly, I have no idea who that guy actually is because I don't really do YouTube. So
Yeah, I follow him. He does a lot of Pokemon stuff.
yeah, I don't really do YouTube. Your Ghastly died in Nuzlocke.
Aw.
Okay.
I'm still doing that freaking hunt for. I haven't done it in a couple weeks, but I still haven't gotten that Rayquaza.
Oh, it was Rayquaza you were trying to do that on? What
Yeah.
gen are you doing it in?
3. I'm doing it on Emerald with the broken RNG, so I have to leave and come back from the room over and over again.
Oh, right. You were telling me about the busted RNG. That sucks.
Yeah, but I did get something pretty cool. I got a backlit Game Boy Advance for $90.
Oh, the modded ones or whatever?
Yeah, yeah,
I still have my SP kicking around in a drawer here somewhere.
yeah. This one's got a completely new shell and everything, and it's a AGS 01, but it's got like the SP backlit
Okay,
screen
the
in it, and
cutscene
it's
that still
amazing.
isn't busted yet.
So I'm excited to hunt on that.
Yeah, the magic meter in that save state is completely busted. So, yeah. Basically, what I did was I warped myself into Ganon's room and realized I didn't have magic to shoot the light arrows. So I just quickly hacked myself a shitload of magic. So the magic meter is actually going off the screen. Because I just put a really big number in there. Because I didn't. It's like, I'm never going to see this again. Oh, he's doing the arm swinging thing again. Interesting. Okay. So I just gotta figure out how to write this data that should be getting from the server. Let's see. That's the address, the target. Upgrade lookup table. You know one thing that VS Code does not have that it bugs the shit out of me? It doesn't
Hmm.
have the like control F to jump or control click to jump to a declaration. I don't know how. I don't think that would really be possible, Dope, without some serious shenanigans. You would have to really beat the crap out of the game engine to do that.
Actually, it's possible.
Oh, I know it's possible. I'm
Um,
just saying you'd have to beat the hell out of the game engine to do it.
you would well, okay, you can get the maps in there. That's about the extent of it because you can't obviously just auto port code and actors and scene functions. But uh, Dr. Disco, one of a very amazing uh, programmer in the community, he doesn't really present himself much, but he made ZZ ROM tool, which allows you to add scenes to the game and basically just do a bunch of shit. So he made a ROM where it's got the entirety of Termina in Ocarina of Time. It's pretty sick. I haven't played it yet. I need to find it off of him, but it's pretty sick, and that'd be fun.
So Melon, or not Melon, Sai, what we'll have to do, we'll have to find that ROM, load it in OOT Online, and then just confuse the shit out of people with YouTube footage.
I'll go ask him for the ROM right now. Where is he? There you go.
Okay, so I gotta figure out how exactly to... Let's see. If only we could get the forms, though. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's fine. We'll just New Game Plus it, right? Like, when you finish your OOT game, we'll just transfer your items into Majora's Mask. And start you a Majora's Mask save file. I suspect that'll end up being a game mode in, like, a game mode option for OT Online is just New Game Plus. Like, you just start with everything. You have to be careful with upgrades, though, because upgrades break sometimes if you get the same upgrade multiple times.
Okay, so I just asked him for the ROM, so I'll see how it goes soon.
Oh, yep. Ganon has passed away again.
Face down, ass up.
Okay, so that's 8, and
I can't wait for him to dab in one of these animations.
nope. I think he's gonna be stuck in the floor again for a while. All right, I think we can just stop the script there. I think he's good.
In the beef is your prowess from the N64 games, Wicked Home Princess might be neat someday. I think Melon wants to do Wind Waker, eventually, and I would be pretty happy to help him with that, but I'm not entirely capable.
Yeah, Melon wants to do Wind Waker, and I said if Melon like legitimately gets a team together to do Wind Waker, like I'm in. But Wind Waker is not anywhere remotely close to as documented as OT is internally, so it would be a serious technical challenge to do it. And yeah, see, my magic meter is totally busted in this save state. It's okay though, it doesn't matter. And also, if you notice, I made Ganon stuck in this particular save state, which is why he's just chilling there. Like, I made him stuck like that on purpose, so he wouldn't attack me. Oops, apparently I messed that up. Alright, the game is gonna randomly lag here as I scroll through this list. Just don't mind that. Also, for those who don't know, if you could actually see this list, it's way too small. Ganondorf's cape is an individual actor by itself. Yeah, CDI. Yeah, I was telling this story earlier. So when I made the save state for this, I forgot to give myself magic. So I just like quickly spammed magic like into the RAM and didn't really care about how I did it. Here, I'll fix it.
So he said it has all of Hyrule and Tremina in one room, but Tremina is pretty empty except for doors. So he has more stuff he wants to do first.
It's not a new debug menu. This is the practice ROM. This is a thing that, you know, speedrunners use. OT Online does not work in the practice ROM, but that's okay because I don't need to be online for testing with this. Whoops, whoa, I accidentally maximized my emulator. Not what I wanted to do. Yeah, the practice ROM has all sorts of neat features. Alright, the screen is probably going to do weird things for a minute. Just don't mind.
I was muted! Oh my fucking god!
Have you been trying to talk this whole time?
I was, well, for like 5 minutes.
Good job, man. Alright, time to have more random crap on the screen. Okay, so this big pile of stuff is Ganondorf's current data. Now we're going to use what we just learned to poke at him a little bit.
Let's poke.
Let's see.
I think I know what I'll do for a cool little ROM hack.
Let's do
a small one.
Math. Plus this. Okay. So, if my script is correct, absolutely nothing before this point is actually necessary in Ganondorf's data. So if that is correct, I should be able to do this. Okay, so I'm going to load a save state. Then I'm going to load back to here with my busted magic bar. And then I'm going to paste this. And see that, so yeah, all of those other bytes were totally not necessary for the cutscene. And now through some minor manual process of elimination, we'll get rid of some more. Okay, went too far. Oop, wrong save state. Okay, that looks like the minimal amount of data, I do believe. Oop, damn it. I clicked out of the emulator. Oop, that made the emulator very unhappy with me.
I'm gonna upload a ROM on the Dropbox. This time it has a good model swap.
Oh,
That
God.
actually works.
Why are you doing this to me, Melon, with your model
Oh, it's a
swaps?
good one, I swear. I swear to God.
Okay, Melon.
Okay, I think Dr. Disco is going to give us the ROM soon. An old version of it, at least. So I'll just let you know if I do get my hand on it.
Huh, that actually seemed a little more snappy than the last attempt.
Does he puke though? That's the most important
I
part.
think I skipped the puke, actually. It probably skipped it because I loaded.
You don't patch the ROM. People are saying in the chat you need to patch the ROM. You don't patch anything.
Oh, no,
It's-
no,
you
no.
open
They're talking about the practice ROM.
Oh, okay, no.
They're talking about the practice ROM. Yeah, you have to patch for the practice ROM, not for OT Online. The practice ROM.
Okay.
Just doing further kind of pokery with Ganon here. I'm trying to see just how much I can get away with. I don't think you can get away with not having that little piece right there. Oh, what? Hey, I did something different that time. It's like, hand is glowing.
He's
What?
charging a shot.
That's interesting. That's not what he's supposed to be doing, but that's interesting. Okay, let me actually let me recalculate this. It's right here. And I think it was to right here. Was my initial point. Yep, there we go. Okay, so it's basically most of this data, except I don't think any of the pointers that are highlighted are not actually needed, because my system doesn't actually count those. So there's quite a few words that are unnecessary.
Purple wall.
And there's a bunch of things that are just 0 in here that are also probably unnecessary. So it's basically, somewhere in this block is the magic that is necessary. And that right there is that's the behavior pointer for him. So it's basically this block. So let me...
Okay, then I have the ROM and it works fine, but it's in debug.
What?
Yeah, the ROM that it's in debug right now. So I don't think he has.
Yeah, 2OB6 FO plus, what's this? 1, 2, 3,
The which ROM?
4, 12.
Oh, the ROM that has all of Termina.
Okay, let me write this
Oh,
down.
well, if it's debugged, rip.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got this information written down for Ganon. It's basically this chunk of information, though any pointer that is in here is actually unnecessary, and I'm assuming any of the things that are 0 are also unnecessary. So there's a bunch of these that are just have no data in them that are probably junk.
What if you do it up until that 1390000?
1390. Let me find it. What are you talking about?
Right before the bunch of zeros.
Oh, in here. 1390. Am I blind? I don't see it. I see 3.
There's a whole line of zeros.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. This 2. This is his animation ID, so it might be. Actually, I had to go up one more. Something like that.
Quick question, Dan.
I don't think this is gonna work. We'll find out. What's up?
The
What the
the debug ROM. So, what's up with that right now?
Questionable support. Like, actor hooks aren't gonna work in it anymore. The puppet probably won't work. Or the puppet will work, but it's an ancient version of the puppet, so it can't do, like, sound effects, and its equipment's probably broken.
I see.
Because IDECA
Okay.
hasn't updated the debug puppet in a while. Because, you know, we're trying to work in 1.0.
Yeah. Well, it's mainly that I have the ROM and it's amazing right now. I'm like exploring Termina in Ocarina of Time. I just wanted to know if it would be usable enough in the debug code stuff that we have so far to try it out.
Okay, so this definitely did not work, Melon. I'm wondering why. Like, you told me to basically stop right before the line of zeros, which is right there. What if I go down into the next actual, like, valid data and go forward? It's that next line that triggers the cutscene, it looks like.
Then what if you only copy that first line?
I bet it's this word right here. This one I'm got my mouse on. I bet it's this word.
Then copy it. Copy just that.
I don't think you can copy just that. You gotta copy more than that, because you gotta copy his behavior and stuff. But I wonder if I copy... Let's see. If I copy just this... Oh, nope, that embeds him in the floor. Not quite. Okay, do we need the next line down? Is that what we need? Nope, embedded in the floor. No, but it's definitely something up here. Okay, so the next valid... Okay, let's reselect up to here. The next valid line... Let's go here. Nope. Okay, let's go up one more. Basically, what I'm trying to do right now, for anyone just joining, is I'm process of eliminating this one section of data for Ganondorf to get his cutscene to fire. That doesn't make it fire either. What the... Alright. I want to do it again just to be sure. Copy, paste. Nope. So let's go back to, let's see, 2ob5 plus this, go back to this address. Yep, that's definitely the block right there. Two OB6. Wait, 2OB6 DO plus 12 minus 2OB520. 1C2. So it should be that block of data, and then we can probably eliminate anything that is a 0 and anything that is a pointer, except for his behavior pointer, which I already know is at 9 or 690.
I just realized Ganon's like left finger is like in his throat.
Oh, yeah, so it is.
He's like massaging it.
He's trying to like trach himself. So you've only been in 2 D&D games. Yeah, I've been with my current D&D group for like several years now. We've played, God, like 3 or 4 different campaigns. None of them ever actually reaching completion because we have ADD, but collective ADD. Alright. So, let's see. Anything that's a 0, we can leave it out.
Do we still mod the ROM in...
What?
Do we still like mod the ROM in the code?
No, we don't write anything at all to ROM.
Then shut up, CDI.
Wait, what did CDI say? Did I miss it?
He said, "Oh, it mods the ROM." No, it doesn't.
Yeah, we don't mod the ROM at all. We don't change the ROM.
But I mean, in the RAM.
Yeah, we don't modify the ROM in memory at all. We don't touch ROM.
We only touch RAM.
Yeah, we only touch RAM. There is no ROM anything. Like, we eliminated all of that back when we came to 1.0. Because that was one of the requirements I had for us moving to 1.0, was that we eliminated any ROM rights that we had at the time. Which Glank helped us out with figuring out how to inject the puppet without actually writing to ROM. Which that was a cool trick. Okay, so for Ganondorf, we're almost there, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with OOT, except it has OOT in its name.
In effect, like, it doesn't... It has nothing... You know, you could use the framework this program, has to manipulate other games if you were determined enough, but...
Yeah, even modern games, if you were to switch the Lua thing.
Which is why I was saying, if Melon actually did attempt... If Melon actually ever managed to get a team together to attempt Wind Waker, he could use the same netcode we already have right now. You start off with an advantage. You don't have to write any netcode. It already exists.
That's a good question, Silva.
Thinking about making an actual game? Superman 64 co-op.
Oh, fuck
Superman
yeah.
64 online co-op.
Oh man, that game is so bad. But I think about making
the beta, assuming the demo beta that like looked better and played better leaks. Yeah, sure. Newt.
Newt.
We need a Newt emote.
Newt. I mean, if this keeps up, I might end up with more emote slots.
Damn.
And I'll get some. We'll get some
Hashtags up to us.
We'll get some meme emotes. By the way, if you're watching this and you like what we do, you should also follow these other guys that are in here, because they also have Twitch channels and YouTube channels.
Oh, thank you. Should I link my channel?
You should drop links for that. All right, let's see. For Ganon now, I have this
So,
information.
oh, I got an idea. So tonight when we're gonna raid somebody, we're just gonna like spam Newt.
That's a new raid message.
Yep.
Newt. Okay, so let's see. I want to eliminate any of these. Let's see. All right, function. Gonna write just a little bit of new code here. Let's see. Gonna load.
Personally, I think the bosses should be after release. It's like it's gonna be hard, dude. Barinade.
Well, I don't think they should be after release because then at that point you get a soft reset to get out, and those
No,
are
just
but
just teleport the player.
I mean,
just
we might
escalate.
we might have to do that for Baronade, like, because Baronade is ridiculous.
But I don't want all of time to be dedicated to bosses. I think it's pretty much useless. It's the same, does the same thing.
I mean, hey, Den's doing his thing. He gets to decide what he
I
wants to spend his
know,
time
but
on.
I mean, okay. Here's the thing: for most of the bosses, I don't think they're actually that hard. Like, they're really not. Like, once it's mostly a process of elimination. I figured out King Dodongo in like an hour yesterday.
okay, then let's give ourselves like an hour of deadline, and if we cannot figure a boss within an hour,
I had
Just-
that's
Ganondorf figured out a few hours ago, but I know exactly how to do it. Right now, I'm just eliminating any data that is like I'm trying to make the payload as
Oh.
small as possible.
yeah, how is Volvagia? I think Volvagia is gonna be used easy because it's
Yeah.
just one actor.
Well, it's two actors, but
Bongo Bongo as well.
no, Volvagia is two actors.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how the bomb trick works. Volvagia is two actors. There's one the actor where she pops out of the hole, and then the actor where she flies in the air. They're two different actors.
Ah, shit.
I don't think it probably won't be that bad though, because the death is triggered clearly. It can only be triggered from the one on the ground.
Okay.
So if that happens, just like delete the one in the air and do the cutscene. Or actually, no, it uses the one in the air during the cutscene. So okay, just like leave the one in the air, but like set its animation or whatever. I don't think it'll be that hard, but we'll see.